Minnesota Public Radio is sponsored by Tampax Pearl. We can stop more flow than the Hoover Dam. You're no longer a girl. Ease your monthly visitor with Tampax Pearl.
Coffee and cigarettes.
Welcome back to Coffee and Cigarettes. My name is Libtard McDouche. Today we'll be discussing the American obesity epidemic with the famous actor and the original James Bond himself, Mr. Sean Connery. Welcome to the show.
I'd like to thank you for inviting me to come all the way from Scotland to your radio show, Mr. McDouche.
Oh, anytime, Mr. Connery. Can I call you James Bond?
Oh, I don't know. I guess you could call me Daddy. Just kidding. I'll be called Sean Connery. That'd be fine.
Okay, I get some recent studies here from intern Cheyenne. It shows nearly 160 million Americans are either obese or overweight. Is that true? God. What is your reaction to this statistic, Mr. Connery?
Obese or overweight? I think you mean fat and blubbery, don't you, Mr. McDouche?
Well, the term fat has been deemed offensive, so I do not call overweight people fat.
Or it amazes me that basically half of your country is filled with fatties.
Why do you think so many Americans are becoming obese, Mr. Connery?
Well, there are several reasons, one being the increasing sedentary lifestyle of most Americans, combined with reason two, poor diet involving many sugars, carbs, and processed foods. Another big problem could be that Americans are getting less sleep. They say you should sleep a good 6 to 8 hours to be spry in the morning, Mr. McDouche.
Wow, that was very insightful, Mr. Connery, and I must say I agree with you on all those reasons you gave for this epidemic in America. So how do you think we could solve this problem?
Well, back in the 1960s, your crazy president, Lyndon B. Johnson, declared a war on poverty. We need to declare a war on obesity. It all starts with the airlines.
What do you mean by the airlines?
Yes, the airlines need to start weighing people and charging them for extra seats or refusing them to board the planes if they lied about their weight. This would shame people into losing weight fast, or it would increase business for a long-distance road trips industry.
Don't you think that's a little unethical and a little mean to weigh these overweight individuals?
What is unethical is having to see a Cosmo magazine at Walgreens with that hippo impersonator, Tess Holliday, on the cover, saying that's a healthy weight. That's not a healthy weight. If she stays that weight, she'll die before I die. And I smoke cigarettes for a living.
Okay, so you mentioned the start of this war it starts with the airlines. What after that, Mr. Connery? What else is part of the plan? Because it can't just be part of the airlines.
All persons who are deemed obese will have to go get on a rowing machine or something like that. Hooks up to a charger, and then they will roll for 3 to 5 hours a day and produce energy for our power grids to use. You claim there are 160 million Americans who are obese. You Yankees are so fat. Imagine all the kilowatts a day.
You do realize that sounds like a plan that a Bond villain would have, and I really think that this might be considered forced labor, possibly on the grounds of torture.
Oh, come on now, Mr. McDouche. You asked for my solution, not yours. There can only be one Sean Connery obesity solution. I am the Highlander.
So your plan is interesting, but I don't think it would work for children in the United States. In fact, 18.5% of children and teens are obese here. What would your plan be for the kids?
Well, you Americans have summer vacation, do you not? What I would do is I would have all the kids who are obese, I'd have them go to camp, these fat camps, if you will, where they can concentrate on losing weight. We would call them a fat concentration...
Okay, I'm going to have to cut you off there before we get sued by literally every overweight and now Jewish person in the United States of America. Join us next time on Coffee and Cigarettes, but you probably still won't give a damn.